Welcome to your 9th Minecraft modding tutorial for Minecraft 1.2.5. This is Saga1121, and let's go ahead and get started. So in the last tutorial, I talked to you guys about how to add a good texture, and in this tutorial, I want to talk to you guys about how to add a tool to the game, or a weapon for that matter, although I'll probably do another tutorial on weapons. So this tutorial may be split up into several shorter tutorials because there is a lot to cover when you're adding a new tool, though I may be able to get it all in one tutorial. I'm mainly worried about upload time because a 25-minute video takes like 7 hours to upload. Not good. And excuse me if you hear any background noise, just disregard it. Yeah. So, the first thing we need to do is we need to create a material class for our tools and weapons for that matter. So just go ahead and create a new class. We'll name it tutorial material and finish. And here we are. Now, this is going to be a slightly different file. Instead of public class tutorial material, we want to change, first off, class to enum. Now, if you guys know Java, based off of my Java tutorials, I haven't covered this yet. This is pretty much saying that you are creating a new kind of data, sort of. I just look it up. Okay, it's hard to explain, sort of. But, so after you do that, we have a significant amount to type. So, the first thing you need to do is you want to have the kind of your material. So, I'm just going to go ahead and do tutorial. Now, you probably want it to be in all caps so that you know that it's an enum. You don't have to, but you can. And then you want quotation marks, the name, comma, and 540, comma, 500, comma, 8, actually no, I'll do the 4F, comma, 6, comma, 9, and then semicolon. And you'll see it's giving us an error. Don't worry about that error right now. I won't talk about what all this means right now. I'll talk about it later. So, hang tight. Then we just need to declare a few variables. So, private final int harvest level. And I'm just going to put these all on one line. Comma, max uses, comma, efficiency on I misspelled efficiency, didn't I? Proper material, comma, oh no. No, we don't want that. Damage versus entity, comma, enchantability, semicolon. And there we go. Now just go down, private, final, float, efficiency on proper material. And then finally we need private, static, final, not MD, tutorial material, all tool materials. And there we go. So now we can start doing some method coding. So go ahead and create a constructor, private tutorial material, and then string s, int I, int j, int k, float f, int l, int I1. and then close off the method. And, okay. Disregard that error too. So, now we just need to do harvest level equals I, max uses equals K, efficiency on proper material equals F, oops, not FL, just F, and we have damage versus entity equals L, and enchantability equals I1. And I misspelled that, didn't I? Oh. There we go. So, now I'm going to explain what it all means. So, harvest level equals I. You're pretty much saying, up here, when we said 5, that is our harvest level. And harvest level is pretty much like the level of block it can mine. For example, a stone pickaxe cannot mine diamond. And a stone pickaxe has a harvest level of, I believe, 2. I know a diamond pickaxe has a harvest level of 5, so that's what I'm doing. Now, this 40, I don't really know what it does, so yeah, just leave that. Not really sure what it's useful for. Now, 500 is our max uses, and that should be relatively obvious how many times the tool is used before it breaks. 4F is the efficiency on proper material, and this is pretty much the how good it is on the material that it mines. For example, a pickaxe in Minecraft is better on stone than wood, and that is its proper material, and then it has its efficiency. I'm leaving this at 4F. Now, the damage versus entity is obviously how much damage it deals. And then enchantability, not really sure what that changes. I just leave it at 9 because that is apparently the default. I looked into the material class for Minecraft. So then we just need to do a bunch of getter methods. Public int get max uses, and then return max uses, and then public float get efficiency on proper material, return efficiency on proper material. This is rather boring. Okay, so public int get damage versus entity, return damage versus entity. And then we need, oops, public int get harvest level, return harvest level. Oops. And then finally, if I scroll down, there, public int get enchantability, return enchantment compatibility. Oops. There we go. So then we get to do something a little bit more interesting. Static. And then just go in. All tool materials equals parentheses, and just close this off with a semicolon. New tutorial material, so the name of your class, square brackets, and then whatever this is called, braces I think it is, and then you want to put in here all of your materials. So this is tutorial. And then you would separate them by commas. Now, if you want to have more than one materials, then, excuse any background noise, by the way, then you would just put a comma and put the name of your material. So, tutorial 2, for example. Okay, that's really loud. I hope you guys can't hear it. You probably can. And so just go ahead and do that, and there we go. We have our material class. I need to delete this comma. Now we need to create a new class, name, and this will be tutorial item tool. Okay, and finish. And there we go. Now we need to import java.util.arrays. And there we go. Now, in here, we have a lot of stuff. So, first we need to declare a few variables. So, private blocks effective against, and this will be pretty much what blocks is this tool effective against. Public float efficiency on proper material. That obviously is sort of what we just did. Public int damage versus entity. Oh, you know what I forgot? We need extends item up here. And there we go. There's the warning. And then protected tutorial material, which is what we just had. And then tool material. There we go. So now we need to have a constructor protected, if I can type, and then tutorial item tool, and then int I, int j, tutorial material, I'm just tm, you can name that whatever you want, and then block. That's what I'm naming it, because I feel it is easier to type. And I misspelled this, didn't I? Yay. Okay, there we go. Oops. So, now in here we want super I, so just pretty easy. And then we need to set a bunch of stuff. So, efficiency on proper material. Hopefully this is the last time I have to type this. Equals for f. And that's not right. Or whatever. And then tm equals, no. Tool material equals tm. And then we need blocks effective against equals block. And what is this? I misspelled it. I can't type today apparently. And then max stack size equals 1. Now if you want your tool to be able to stack, then you change the max stack size to whatever you have there. Then we have set max damage, and then tm dot get max uses. Whatever. Efficiency on proper material equals tm dot get to efficiency on proper material. And as a matter of fact, we can just, I knew this didn't look right, we can just delete that. Then we need damage versus entity equals j plus tm dot get damage versus entity. Now, we need a, and I think I explained everything I need to explain there. So now we need a new method. So public float get strength versus block item stack is that's is, not is, block. And then we go down here. And now we need a little for loop, and that is for int I equals 0. I is less than block effective against dot length I plus plus. Again, excuse background noise. And in here, if blocks effective against, and then I inside square brackets equal block, return efficiency on proper material. And there we go. And what did I do wrong? I just did that. Oh. And then return 1.0 f. There we go. So this is pretty simple. It's just going through your blocks effective against array, and I will explain that later. And then it's saying if this block is in that array, then make it more efficient. So then you need public boolean hit entity item stack is entity living el entity living el2. And now we need is dot damage item to el2, and then return true. And there we go, no more error. Now we need public boolean on block destroyed. And I'm sorry if this tutorial isn't very blah. There's just a lot of typing that has to go into it. and we have item stack is, int I, int j, int k, int l, entity living el. And in here we have, wait a second, yeah, item stack, oops, no, is dot, I'm sorry, I have this all written down, and so as I'm typing this in here, it's slightly different from what I have written down to make it easier to type. And so we have dot damage item 1 el. Return true. So these two, pretty much, you're saying if you hit an enemy, then remove 2 damage from whatever item it is that you're holding, and then return true. And if you just destroyed a block, remove 1 life point from whatever item you're holding, and then return true. Okay, so then we need public int get damage versus entity e, and then return damage versus entity. And then we need public boolean is full 3D, return true. So in this method, if you don't want your item to not be 3D, or if you want your item to not be 3D, I don't know why you would, but if you don't want it to be 3D, then just return false. I don't know why you would though. So public int, then we just need public int get item enchantability, and we need return. Again, excuse background noise. Tool material dot get enchantability, and we are done here. Okay, so then we need to create the last class, and that is our item class. So this is just going to be tutorial item tool. What? Oh, yeah, tutorial tool. There. So in here, it's just a normal item class. So except instead of extends item, we want extends tutorial item tool, since that is the kind of tool that our item is. So then we just want private static block, blocks effective against, and then protected tutorial tool int I tutorial at tutorial material, and then tm. Now we just do super I3 tm blocks effective against. Now, what we want here is to, what did I misspell? Again, blocks. Okay, and in doing this long tutorial, I'm quite tired. I forgot what this 3 means. So this 3 means that it is the damage that this tool does to the entity that you hit against the against whatever no, not against anything. I'm sorry, I'm a bit tired as I do this tutorial, as you can probably tell. So, finally in this class, static, then just blocks effective against equals new block, then just do our little trick here. And then here you would want to put all of the blocks that your block is effective against. So let's go ahead and say block.dirt, block.stone, and block.wood. And there we go. So now just go into mod tutorial, and we just need to create our new item. And so we know how to do that already. So public static final item tutorial tool equals new tutorial tool. And we have our item ID, so 2001. And then the material. So we want tutorial material dot tutorial. And then we just go in mod loader dot add name tutorial tool. And I forgot something again. So we need dot set item name tutorial tool. And so then we just texture wise, I'm going to just go ahead and use a texture I've made for a new mod I'm making, a little spear texture. So I'm going to drag this in, copy files, and then we need tutorial tool dot icon index equals mod loader dot add override /GUI /items dot png, and this is /Elven Spear, I believe. Yes. Dot png. We need to add a little recipe. I'm just gonna copy this, paste this, and it'll be S and S, but we want space around it. So yeah, that's how you add the space in a recipe. If you want, say, sticks in the center, then you put space, S space, and that means you want it in the center. And then S item dot stick. And there we go. So now we should have our new item. Hopefully it doesn't give us any errors. Oh dear. And I must have messed it up somehow. Save, run. Yay, there we go. No slash in there. Single player, New World 2. Okay, so And sorry you guys can't hear this. Regular Minecraft noises are going on. I don't want to have to spend the time video editing wise to get the sound, because that does take a long time. And we have tutorial item. Oh, duh. Just need to go in here. It produces 1 and it produces tool. Okay. Now, hopefully it works. Regular Minecraft noises. Sticks. Tutorial tool. And let's see. Okay. I must have done something wrong. You know what? Maybe that, Maybe that was important. Let's put that back. So, put back the efficiency on proper material equals 4F. And this is just a little bit of debugging here. And, yeah. So, hopefully that works. If not, then I will... Ah, okay, so it works for one of them. Oh, because these are grass, right. Okay. Yep. So, it works. Yay! Wait, so that means if I do delete this, because it is useless, and go into here and include block dot grass, and then hit run. Wow, this is going to be a long video. Then that means it will. Yay! So, there we have it. We have our new tool. Yay! So, I hope you all enjoyed. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.